Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Catalyst Conclave. Thank you also for coming here on a Friday evening. I know you must have said no to something to be here, and thank you, Inu. Inu here works for funding office in Hyderabad, and the 7 names of master catalysts that you heard, they each work for different organizations. They have their organizations of their own, and with their very prominent faces. But this event is co-hosted, co-organized by all of them. This venue is thanks to T-Works, our MC, thanks to funding office, and all of you are also invited by somebody or the other who was a master catalyst here. Among all of you, I also see supporters or wannabe supporters, community beneficiaries or wannabe beneficiaries, donors or wannabe donors. So in a way, if I look around the crowd, I see people who want to catalyze social impact. I see people who want to catalyze economic transformation in Bharat. So when it came to name this event something, Catalyst Conclave was the only name we could think of. That's only appropriate to name it because all of you are catalyzing that work. Thank you. Then if some of the master catalysts actually germinated this idea of this event in me. They would come and say that Manish, Kakatiya Sandbox should not be the Telangana's well-kept secret. The work of the sandbox has to come out before the people of Hyderabad. To which I will say, look, we do an annual conference called Development Dialogue every year. The last Friday and Saturday of January, we do Development Dialogue, where we bring all our beneficiaries, the farmers, the micro entrepreneurs, the startups, the founders, the donors, supporters, all of them come together. And it's a 2-day event. First day is a field visit. The next day is the actual dialogue. So shouldn't that be sufficient? But then they would say, look, if you want people to commit 2 days of their time, you have to give them a small glimpse of what it is like to go to the conference or what the work of Kakatiya Sandbox is like. Only then will they really commit to 2 days to come to Nizamabad, take that drive from here and come back. I think I submit to that idea. I think it's a really logical argument. And that's how Catalyst Conclave was born. As you can see that even this idea is also contributed by the catalysts themselves. So Catalyst Conclave is a prelude to Development Dialogue. This year's Development Dialogue would be on 31st of January and 1st of February. And later in the evening, we'll actually launch the registrations and open them up. In fact, the bus to the field visit to go to the Development Dialogue starts right outside of this campus, as it has every other year. I would encourage each one of you to register at the end of the day and actually make the trip to understand the work of Kakatiya Sandbox. Let me dwell just a minute on what we do at Kakatiya Sandbox. The singular focus of the foundation is on economic transformation of North Telangana. We believe that if you have a strong focus on a locked geography and you do enough activities aimed at boosting the economy of the region, you do enough number of interventions that helps beneficiaries have more money in their hand, the region will economically transform itself. And we have picked agriculture, entrepreneurship, and skilling as 3 thrust areas. And within that, we do multiple activities. Today, as the evening progresses, you will have many of these community beneficiaries come on the stage, and they will tell about their stories of transformation and how their experience has been participating in the programs. And the conversation will be moderated by people who are either leading the program or have experience of leading the program in the past. So I would love you to share that story with the beneficiaries when they come on the stage and learn more about the model. The other thing is, doing work alone in a big city of transformation is difficult. Even a big town, it's very difficult. Imagine how difficult it would be if we were to do in a small town like Nizamabad. So Kakatiya Sandbox, while it was working on skilling, entrepreneurship, and agriculture, also realized the need to catalyze the growth of different other organizations that will augment our economic transformation agenda. That led to the birth of TIE Nizamabad, TIE Angels, in environmental and wildlife chapter as well in Nizamabad to preserve the wildlife of the region. We'll have some of them also come up and share their stories as well as to what it is like to run those chapters in Nizamabad today. Then it's one thing to build a community, and second thing is actually to give that platform to others who have a similar vision to use that community and build their solutions and their impact of our scale on top of it. So what you also do is, the very closely knit community that is very trusting, we also, in North Telangana, we also give it to partners who have similar vision, who want to come and work with the community and solve their own problems. In the past, more than 10 such organizations have come over the last 11 years that we have been existing. They have come, achieved their missions, and then they have moved out. And currently also, we continue to work with many organizations like CARE, you will hear them today evening, like Karya, you will hear them today evening, and so on and so forth. Lastly, I would say that, Bharat, semi-urban and rural India, as we colloquially are calling it, is a big opportunity. And Kakatiya Sandbox is doing a very tiny bit in that. But I believe as the evening progresses, if you get excited enough, if you get enthusiastic enough, if we come together, we can really make a dent on this opportunity that Bharat presents itself. Would love to see how we can come together, converse, and see how we can work together for Bharat. Thank you. I leave you to the evening. Thank you.